Welcome, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Today we're talking about learning disabilities. Oh, man, it's hot in here. Learning disabilities and how it affects kids and how people can be parents, professionals, teachers, adults in children's lives, how they can be a little more understanding with learning disabilities. And I'm not gonna go into like details about learning disabilities, about ADHD, dyslexia, all that. I'm not gonna go into the details. I'm gonna go into more a better approach. So I'll start off with giving an example from me. When I was a kid, I had a learning disability. I was diagnosed with ADD, when now they refer to it more as ADHD. Well, it wasn't hyperactive. I just had an attention issue. And I was diagnosed with auditory processing. So I process information differently than other kids. So, like, for example, if you were to give me 5 steps to follow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you spend like a few minutes explaining each step to me, I won't remember shit. I'll remember the first step and the last step. Everything in between, gone. Can't remember. And it still affects me to this day. And yeah, learning disabilities, and this was for me in my case as a kid, felt very insecure about it. As you see kids who excel in school, not just excel, but you've seen that kid in school where he's misbehaving, doesn't pay attention in class, puts minimal effort into his studies, but somehow is able to get good grades. Just naturally good at school and doesn't have to put in much effort. I hated that kid. I hated them because they didn't have to do anything to succeed. They didn't have to do anything to get a good grade. And then kids like me would work hard and grind and study and study and study, still fail, still get a bad grade, still get below average compared to the rest of the class. So aggravating, so frustrating, man. And one of the worst things you can tell kids is the kid who's just like, oh, working hard, he's literally doing everything he can to get a good grade, and he's pushing and working himself into the ground. The worst thing you can do is like, oh, well, you're not working hard enough. You just got to work harder. No, incorrect. If he's doing everything he needs to do to get a good grade and succeed and to get through his schooling, and it's something, and it's still not working, something's off. It's not about working hard anymore. If he's working hard and still not getting a good grade, then it's not working hard. He doesn't need to work hard anymore. That's not the issue. The issue is the learning. The issue is how he's processing information. That's the problem. It's not about working hard anymore. There's a lot of kids like who get really bad grades who don't apply themselves. Okay, but once they apply themselves finally, and they're still not getting good grades, that's not a work ethic issue anymore. That is a learning issue. Now you got to solve the learning issue. What's the problem now with their learning? Everybody learns differently. Like, I don't learn well like sitting in a lecture for 3 hours and someone to talk. I tune out after half an hour. I learn better once I'm actually moving and doing any form of practical work. I'm actually doing the work there in person. I work a hell of a lot better like that. Way better. But everybody's different. Some people can sit in a classroom for 3 hours and absorb all the information. I can't do that. I don't know people who can do that. A lot of people can't do that. But I guess it depends. And I think problems with the system too is that we expect kids to be able to, well, just sit down and focus for an hour and a half. And well, if not, they're not able to do that, then something is wrong with them. No, not something is wrong with them. They're kids. They haven't developed that attention span, that focus yet. They need to run. They need to move. Human beings learn better by actually moving and actually learning a skill by actually doing the skill, not just listening to someone talk. So we need to always remember that. On that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. If you like this video, subscribe. Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Hope this video is of value. See you all in the next one. Have a good one.